People look at us as just being dumb shock jocks.
Well,
and we have a friend like Sean Hannity. Sean!
Hey, guys, look, yeah, but I will say this friendship only goes in one direction. You know, here you guys are under fire. I'm out there defending you.
Yep.
And I'm like, guys, come on the TV show. Come on the TV show. Listen, I'll call you back in about 3 months.
Oh, we had to like stay, under the radar for a while there.
Here, I'm out front defending you guys, and I can't even get you guys to help me defend you guys.
You know how this stupid business is.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to talk.
Hey,
yeah, it's run by liberals.
Yeah. Hey.
You know what's amazing about that?
Huh.
It's like the best thing you can do is go out and defend yourself.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, listen.
And they
to me.
don't want you to.
It's
Sean,
like a muzzle on you, and I'm like, all right, I'll defend O&A.
No, Sean, here's the deal. We got Nick DiPaolo in studio. You should get him on your show. He's really, really up on politics.
No, I've heard Nick. And by the way, he's got a really good sense of humor. Nick, how you doing?
Good. How you doing, Sean? I met your next door neighbor. Yeah. I played Caroline's a few weeks ago, and this kind of good-looking, attractive woman, all drunk, comes up to me. She's like trying to kiss me. She goes, "Where do you live?" I go, "Westchester." I go, "Where do you live?" She goes, "Next to Sean Hannity." And then, it was her husband's 50th birthday, and she's trying to make out with me. You know who I'm talking about? She's a real hot ticket.
I have no idea.
Sean,
I don't know what you're talking about.
She must have had dough. She's living next to you.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Well, I want to go see you at Caroline's. And,
Yeah. Hey, Sean, a couple things, because I know you don't have a lot of time. I watched your show last night. I try to watch it a few times a week.
Yeah.
And you did a great job at the David Schuster thing.
Thank you.
You stuck up for the guy. And there you got Keith Olbermann on not sticking up for his own guy.
Yeah, well, it's even worse than that. Keith Olbermann actually had used the phrase back in September.
Yep.
Yeah.
When he talked about pimping to describe General Petraeus.
Sean, you're not talking to the old Opie and Anthony. We know. We did 20 minutes on that yesterday.
Ouch.
Ouch. We're good at Googling, too.
Well, listen, at least this isn't the XM version, by the way, which I've heard, which would shock Hillary. If that comment shocked Hillary,
yeah,
I just think 20 minutes of O&A on XM would shock.
Yeah. Well.
The whole taking the pimping line literally instead of figuratively, which it's just become part of pop culture. It's part of it's an expression now. It's not to be taken literally. And the fact that she did come out and she's stumping for her mother. She's never done this before. Hillary does seem to be trailing. And he was completely justified in saying what he did say.
I have a little bit different take. And my take is I don't think he should be fired. I think Hillary is, I brought up the example because she's saying, well, I'm a mother first, and I'm a mother first. And I'm listening to that, and I'm thinking, yeah, and Monica Lewinsky had a mom and a dad also.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Paula Jones had a mom and a dad also. So, let's stop with the theatrics in that sense. But I found it offensive in as much as, you know what, it's hard enough for these kids to have their parents out there in the public eye. We want good people to run for office. We discourage them in every way imaginable because all we do is drag up every dumb thing they've said and every idiotic thing they've done in their lives. So I don't think it's good for the process to be attacking the kids of candidates, but I do see some hypocrisy on their part. I say leave the kids alone, go after the parents, and they're the ones putting themselves in the arena.
I didn't really see it as going after her as much as it was going after the parents, to tell you the truth. And she's out there. She's an adult now. She's in the public eye, stumping for her mother, trying to get these super delegates. And you know something? It makes it fair game. And I think people have been nothing but nice to her, which they should be. She seems like a good enough kid and everything. But
it's not a kid though. She's like 25,
27.
27.
Yeah. 27.
Okay.
Yeah.
It does seem like a good. You know what the difference is, though, Anthony? I would say, if she was out there attacking Barack Obama, in other words, if she was really in the midst of a campaign, private conversations to superdelegates to try and persuade them to support your mom is a lot different than going out there on the campaign stuff and literally throwing yourself into the heart and soul of a campaign.
Right.
That would seem more like pimping out or...
Well, it would seem more like she would make herself open as a target,
Mm-hmm.
and I think just making a few calls on behalf of her mother. She does seem like a good kid. Like, for example, I got to know Romney's kids. They're good kids. The Bush daughters, they've been attacked over the years. And I would just have a general rule: leave the kids alone of candidates, or else you'll never get any good candidates.
I get the feeling you don't use the word pimping, Sean.
I can't. I have trouble picturing Bill Clinton as a pimp and not a John. That's where.
Sorry, you're breaking up on me.
He has a way of keeping himself keeping.
What is this?
Some distance between what we're saying on the radio.
What is this thing that it's amazing in the last 10 years that all we like to do is catch each other in verbal missteps.
Is this Norton?
Yes.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, Sean. And we like to catch each other in verbal missteps and then attack the person until they're completely ruined. We've just become like a nation of just sniveling little hens. We really are turning into a bunch of women.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something, and you guys are really front and center in all of this, and we watched this whole thing unfold with Imus, and I think, you know, there are literally orchestrated efforts, and I'm the least controversial of all of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
But the only reason they want to shut somebody like me down is because they don't like my political point of view.
Yep.
And my attitude is everybody has choices and options in life. You know, let's stop with the, you know, secret PC police monitoring talk shows and trying to find one word, one sentence, one phrase, one paragraph that often is taken out of context and trying to use it as a lever to attack advertisers and attack, you know, weak management and get people off the radio.
Sean, can I ask you a question, Sean? It's Nick. Doesn't most of that type of censorship, that PC censorship, come from the left?
Yes, it's all. Look at who's out there defending free speech today. It's conservatives like me and Opie.
Well, you know what? The guys that forgave Imus were John McCain and Rudy Giuliani were the two that came out and go, look, the guy said he was sorry. Yeah. It's done. You were defending this guy last night while that dirtbag Oberman is throwing him under the bus on his own network.
Yeah, and by the way, just the week prior, Schuster was firing at me. It wasn't personal.
Sure. Now, Sean, we're all in agreement. So what can we do to fight back? Because we keep talking about this on our show, saying, you know, when is the pushback going to start happening?
You know, when pushback, I think pushback's got to start at the management level. No kidding around.
Yeah. Oh, Opie just fell off his chair laughing at that one. He's been in this business a little too long.
You mean you want them to take a chance, Sean?
Hey, listen, I actually thought there was a time that you guys were going to be thrown overboard again.
Yeah? Well,
so did we.
So did we.
They were desperate, Sean. They had no...
Look, you guys know what you do. Your show, because I listen when I'm in the car. I don't usually listen in the morning. I listen when they play the repeat later.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys push the envelope as far as anybody can push it. But if anyone tunes into O&A, they know what they're going to get.
Right.
They know what the show is about.
That's right. It's nonsense.
But you know what? It's done with a sense of humor. There's no mean-spiritedness. You guys, all you want to do is cut up, tell a lot of jokes, be irreverent, outrageous, and a lot of people obviously like it because you do so well. So why would we take those choices away from people that want to hear you guys on the radio?
To protect, because some people feel that they're better suited to tell us what we should be listening to and watching to protect us.
Dial. Don't listen.
Wow, I wish it was that easy.
I don't need to be coddled by some liberal.
By the way, Anthony, you know what? He's matured, Opie, in his political views. You know, when are we going to bring you on board?
No way.
Oh,
no way. Obama!
Oh, Jesus. He's got the Obama battle cry. Well, I don't know what's going to... I see a very big cult of personality thing going on with Obama, and I think Nick had a great point earlier about when this does become one-on-one, if he is indeed the pick for the Democrats there, he's going to have to answer some hard questions about how he's going to accomplish some of these promises he's making. And I don't think a lot of people are going to like the answers.
You know, we did a focus group on Hannity and Combs last night. We had Frank Luntz out in the field for us. And so everybody raises their hand. Do you like Barack Obama? Everybody loves him. And then I said to Frank, Frank, ask the focus group to name one specific accomplishment. They can't answer the question.
Right.
All they know is that they like him and that, you know, he's more likable than Hillary Clinton.
This is American Idol politics. It's just we see him, we like the sound bites, the quick clips, and I love this guy. Why? And no one's been able to answer. We sent people out on the streets to ask who they were voting for, and a lot of people had no clue why they wanted to vote for Obama, but that they were voting for him. And across racial lines, it was just amazing. It really is. People don't want to make a race issue out of this, but when you look at the fact that over 85% of black people are voting for Obama, that's a little much for it not to be on racial lines.
But Sean, let me ask you, in fairness, though, because when Bush was just the governor and he was running for office, I mean, could people, I mean, maybe some really well-versed people, but could the average person have named something that George W. had done in Texas other than just be the governor?
Good or bad, you could name the fact that the death penalty and the drop in crime. He was known for really lining them up and pushing them through.
Well, the thing that he had a reputation, he had specific legislative accomplishments, as governor, as Anthony was pointing out there. But I'll tell you what's fascinating.